if you think about everything you're up against all at once?
You'll crack.
We can't bring him back, but we can save other lives.
All right, boys. It's ladies' night.
You're from S.H.I.E.L.D.
Never heard of it.
Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. update videos. This is going to be my April update, and I think it's probably going to be my last update. Chances are, if we don't get any influx of information over the next couple of weeks, this is going to be it until we get to the series premiere. So in the time between my last update video and this update video, a lot has come to light. Some of it during the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. WonderCon panel, some of it through interviews with the cast and the producers, and some of it through press releases from ABC. Now the premiere did air during WonderCon, people did watch it, I avoided any leaks about that like the plague. So anything that I mention over here is based on public knowledge, based on stuff that they want us to know, and definitely not based on the viewing of the premiere by some people during WonderCon. Okay, so let's get started with number one. The biggest piece of news that Jeff Loeb kind of started the WonderCon panel with was that the series is going to be airing its premiere on ABC on the 10th of May. I mean, that's literally the most exciting news. We've been waiting an entire year for this, almost a year at this moment, and by the time that the premiere airs, it's going to be like 51 weeks or something, so yeah, it's great to have the series back. But number two is the question that I keep addressing at the end of each video, like from my own point of view. This time we have solid confirmation on whether or not we're going to be getting an Infinity War tie-in. Now we did get multiple tie-ins at the end of Season 5 to Infinity War, sort of referencing the events in Infinity War, and we also got a parallel in the invasion by the Confederacy, or the attempt at an invasion by the Confederacy. Talbot himself, being the villain on the final arc of the 5th season, was actually motivated by the idea that he could protect the Earth from what he believed was an invasion by Thanos. So what he was trying to do over there was basically be one of the Avengers. That's even what he said over the course of the final few episodes. But the thing is, over here, a lot of people want a snap tie-in. They want an actual tie-in, and I agree, it would be great, only these people are going to be part of the solution. But they're not part of the solution, they're not going to show up on Endgame, nothing that they do on the series is going to end up on Endgame or is going to end up affecting the storyline of Endgame. So from my perspective, I don't think it makes any kind of sense to have this kind of tie-in. It only butchers the story of the upcoming season, which is already butchered in terms of number of episodes, 13 episodes, down from 22. Now the fact that we won't get an Infinity War tie-in on the upcoming season means number 3, the events of the season will actually take place after the events of Endgame, and it does make a lot of sense because the season premiere is going to be airing 2 weeks after the release of Endgame. But number 4, and since we're on this Infinity War Endgame tie-in kind of situation, I think a tie-in with Endgame is possible, but it definitely all depends on how they sort out things on Endgame. So say for example that they basically erase the snap out of the timeline, like it never happened. You can't tie into that, you can't really reference that. You just cannot reference something that never actually happened, that basically exists in a completely different timeline. A timeline that does not exist anymore, and a timeline that you've got no clue about. But we're not done yet with everything that we've come to know over the past couple of weeks, but number 5 is a little bit of an old piece of information. We know that there's a Season 7, we know it's going to be airing in 2020, and we know that this has been confirmed since November of 2018. We also happen to know that the filming for Season 7 has started. But all of that does bring us to number 6. Now that they know that they have got a 7th season in their back pockets, the producers are planning a cliffhanger at the end of Season 6. Now the magnitude of the cliffhanger, is it going to be something that leads into a new story on Season 7? Is it going to be something of a cliffhanger for the story of Season 6? All of that is really unclear yet, but judging by the MO of S.H.I.E.L.D. and by other pieces of information that I'm going to be discussing in a moment here, I think it's the former. But number 8, while there are rumors out there that Season 7 might be the final season of the series, and while these rumors have been fueled a little bit, a lot actually, by some words said by Clark Gregg, Jeff Loeb kind of went to confirm during WonderCon that they have got no idea yet if that's going to be the final season, that he believes that there are a lot more stories that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has got to tell us. So Jeff Loeb pretty much sounded like he's got this strong belief that we might get other seasons beyond Season 7. Let's hope for Season 8, Season 9, and a Season 10 even. But number 9 though, Grant Ward's fun for the writers, because we can always stick him at the end of an episode to get an emotional reaction from the fans. So these are the words of Jed Whedon during WonderCon: make them into what you want to make them. Is it just teasing that's never going to amount into anything, or is it teasing that might actually amount into something on Season 6? But number 10, when the series returns in May, Mac is going to be the new director of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now we know that since the end of the last season, we know that because I've said it on so many videos, but that also leads us into number 11. When the new season starts, Yo-Yo and Mac are not going to be an item anymore, and we could see the signs at the end of Season 5, but Natalia Cordova-Buckley made it clear that she's going to be out of that relationship by the beginning of Season 6. She also made it clear to kind of blame the pressure that Mac is going to have because of being new director as basically the ruiner of their relationship, even though once again it did seem pretty ruined by the end of Season 5. But that though is not all there is to Yo-Yo and Mac on the new season, because number 12, once again Natalia Cordova-Buckley made it clear that Yo-Yo is going to be in a new relationship come the new season, and that person she's going to be in a relationship with is an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and that agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. reports to Mac. So yeah, I suppose we can all expect a lot of awkwardness come the beginning of the new season. But number 13, Mac is going to be the same Mac, the same overprotective Mac. And broken up or not, Yo-Yo is one of the people he cares for the most, so do expect them to clash a lot. He'll try to keep her out of harm's way, and she will want to be in harm's way, because that's kind of her job. Moving on though, in number 14, Deke is going to be back on the upcoming season. He did not vanish from the timeline after the corrections that have been made, the creation of the new timeline. So number 15, we're not going to be seeing Deke right away, not from the get-go, but rather on a later episode, not on the premiere. Now Jeff Ward did confirm that much, but he also did state that we're going to be seeing him pretty soon, so I would expect either the second or the third episode. Number 16, Deke is going to be a mix of both versions of himself from Season 5, once again according to Jeff Ward. So what we're going to be watching is old future hustler-style Deke, the one that's only looking out for himself, and the new modified late Season 5 Deke, the one who was looking out for himself still, but also looking out for everyone else. But next up though is number 17, Mac, Yo-Yo, May and Deke will be back on Earth fighting whatever dangers the new Coulson brings, and number 18, Daisy, Gemma, Daviiz and Piper will be in space working on retrieving icicle Fitz. So number 19, we've kind of got two arcs this season, both of them going on in parallel, and both of them will kind of meet at some point. But next up is number 20, Coulson is alive or someone who looks exactly like him. I'm still leaving the window cracked for the idea that he might be Coulson with completely wiped memories, not Tahiti, but rather something around the butterfly theory. But okay though, number 21, Phil Coulson has been killed on Season 5 because the producers were under the impression that Season 5 was the final season of the series. Number 22, the name of the new Coulson is Sarge, which could be a rank or a reference to the Hellhound Sarge from the comics, which also gives us some kind of hope we might end up seeing the Ghost Rider once again. Number 23, the character has been described by Clark Gregg as one that will terrify Team S.H.I.E.L.D. Number 24, he's definitely working with the new Butterfly character portrayed by actress Brooke Williams, the very same actress who portrayed the role of Hannah Jones on the 3rd and 4th seasons of 12 Monkeys. Number 25, he's not coming alone, he's coming with his own people, like sort of his own little army. Number 26, the appearance of Sarge out of nowhere is going to cause Daisy and May a ton of grief and pain, so it is going to be the hardest on them more than anyone else within the team, which means Daisy will also be back with Fitz decently early in the events of the season. Number 27, I did state two arcs in parallel, both of them do meet at some point, but 13 episodes in general means one arc for each and every character. So while both arcs might go in parallel, they are basically one and the same arc. During the WonderCon panel and in interviews after that, the producers described the upcoming season as one solid story, one tighter story, and one better told story. It's basically all about not needing to do the spread of events over 22 episodes, because now all they've got is 13 episodes. Number 28, the title of the first of these 13 episodes is Missing Pieces, which could either be a reference to a dead Coulson, a missing Fitz, or pieces of a puzzle that they need to work through in order to either find Fitz or deal with the troubles on Earth. but it might as well be a reference to a combination or any combination of any of these, like 2, 3, or all 4 of them. Number 29, Clark Gregg is going to be directing the premiere of the season. Number 30, Season 6 is going to start with a 1-year time jump. Number 31, as of recently, the official Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Instagram account has posted something that they refer to as case files. Now, each of these case files basically deal with one character that we've known so far on the series. The first of these is number 32, the Ghost Rider. And I've talked about that earlier. I've talked about the possibility that the Ghost Rider is going to be part of this based on the idea that Sarge might actually be the Hellhound from the comics. In the pinned comment down below, you'll find a link to the video that I discussed this name in detail and the possibility of us seeing the Ghost Rider. But that brings us to number 33. The second of these happens to be Graviton, and the status on that file is that he's been eliminated. That, though, does not negate the fact that the producers, after the end of Season 5, did state that he might make a comeback. Now, when it comes to Graviton, we need to remember that in the comics he could breathe in space. We need to remember that no one actually saw a body. Yes, we did see him floating in space, but we're not even sure. He's definitely dead. But there's also number 34, case file number 3, and it belongs to Cassius. Now, we know that Cassius exists in the future in 2091, but we also know that a younger version of him does exist in present day. That much was made clear by Tarian close to the end of last season. So this could all be about their trip into space, this could all be about the Confederacy, and this could all be about Tarian. You know, Tarian trying for his old goal, Tarian trying again to get Inhumans, or Tarian trying to seek revenge upon Daisy. Obviously as well, the Kree aged differently, and obviously as well, Cassius was there from the very beginning, you know, in the lighthouse when the Earth broke. So there is the possibility that we will not be seeing Tarian, but rather Cassius. Cassius is going to be sent by his father to get the Inhumans. Cassius is going to be sent by his father to get Daisy, or to seek vengeance upon her. But number 34, Adrianne Palicki, the actress who portrayed the role of Bobby on previous seasons, has expressed her wish to return to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But whether or not we're going to be seeing her on the 6th season or on the 7th season, that is yet to be seen. But whenever we speak of Bobby Morrison, you know, Adrianne Palicki, we gotta speak of number 36, Nick Blood, and Lance Hunter. Now, I personally believe that the guy that we did see on the trailer, you know, the guy that everyone thought was actually Dr. Leopold Fitz, the doctor from the framework, might actually be Lance Hunter. I'm not really saying that he necessarily is, but he might actually be. Think about it this way as well. Lance Hunter put Fitz in the pod. Lance Hunter knows that the Earth is gonna get cracked, and Lance Hunter might probably realize that Fitz is sleeping his way into the future for no good reason. So in case we don't get some sort of alternate version of Lance Hunter on the upcoming season, we might actually get Lance Hunter, our Lance Hunter, in the flesh, like looking for Fitz, or trying to find Fitz, or trying to help Fitz. Moving on though, let's take a break for a moment from Season 6 and talk some Season 7, and number 37, Franklin D. Roosevelt is gonna be part of the Season 7 premiere, which means we'll be either doing a flashback to a time where Agent Carter was a big shot, or that the S.H.I.E.L.D. team is going to be time traveling to set time. Now that could possibly mean the first of the following two things, both of them, or neither of them. We're going to be meeting Agent Carter again is one possibility. The second possibility is because a lot of fans, even people who are not really fans of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., wanted a resolution for the cliffhanger of the second season of Agent Carter. They're going to get it on this series and might actually get a backdoor to a revival, a third season of the series. But stating more of the things that I've stated on previous update videos, number 38, Fitz will be back. Number 39, Enoch will be back. Number 40, according to Elizabeth Henstridge, we've been promised lighter episodes in terms of tone, not too much darkness as the case was with Season 5. Number 41, besides Butterfly, we're going to be having a new agent on the upcoming season, and his name is going to be Agent Damon, and he'll be showing up for only one episode. Number 42, there's another agent that shows up on the first episode of the season, but that's pretty much it for him. Number 43, we've got a new character on the upcoming season with the name of Professor L. He's a brilliant scientist, but also a disgruntled bitter man. Nonetheless though, while this part of the description kind of makes him sound like a little bit of a villain, he's actually not. He's been described as someone who has high hopes for humanity, high hopes for mankind. But number 44, we've got two new characters on the upcoming season. Both of them are mercenaries, and their names are Jacko and Pax. Now one of them is the silent type, sounds very smart when he talks, and the other one is the funny type. But number 45, we've got a trailer for Season 6. It is linked in the pinned comments down below, along with my breakdown and thoughts on it. Number 46, we've also got a sneak peek out of the premiere of Season 6. Once again, it is linked in the pinned comment down below, along with my takes on it and my breakdown of it. Number 47, we got a poster for Season 6. And no, I don't think the colors have been created to match with the colors of the poster of Endgame. Number 48, we've got a cast photo that gives a Last Supper vibe, but it also has a ton of Easter eggs. So you will find both videos on both subjects that I posted before, linked in the pinned comment down below. But finally though, number 49, in case you did not see these, cast photos have been released. Individual cast photos have been released for Season 6. You can check them right now on the screen and until the end of this video. But that being said though, my work here is done, so you can let me know in the comments down below what are you excited the most about when it comes to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6. Are you excited in general? The season is returning. And do you have any thoughts or theories as to what is gonna happen on the upcoming season? You can let me know as well if you did like this video by dropping it a much appreciated like, subscribing to this channel, and enabling notifications for my future videos, community posts, and live streams. But until the next time that you tune in for another one of my videos, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or otherwise, thank you so much for tuning into this video, and have a great day.